It's 12:25. Do you know who your children are? It's raining baby daddies. They should make a Broadway about that. It's raining baby daddies. Yeah. In automobile assembly lines, many lines terminate close to the end in what they call a marriage, where they put the running gear, the carriage, wheels, engine, blah, 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 and they mate it to the body, the coach works. Okay? Your body is called a coach, technically. And the other stuff is called a carriage. Yeah, we're going way back. Ask me why we drive on the left and not the right. Okay, so there's port and starboard. Okay, so yeah. We have that term in horology too, watchmaking and clockmaking. When we come across a piece in need of attention, servicing, and we find that the person in there ahead of us, or a person in there ahead of us, because it could be many people by the time, I pick up this 100-year-old watch and start to look at it, we find a part which is alien to the watch. That would be a marriage. Unethical. Unethical. Unless the part that you introduce to that watch absolutely does the job that it's meant to do, that the watch needs it to do as a whole, and does not harm the host in any way, does not alter the watch or clock in any way, such that it can be completely easily reversed and taken away. Those marriages we will deem acceptable as fellows, gender collectively, as fellows. We will look at that and go, okay, yeah, he had to get by. He got by. She got by on one. It's fine. And I'm going to leave it because it works. So sometimes marriages are tolerated. Somebody cue up the meatloaf. And now I'm praying for the end of time to hurry up and arrive. Because if I got to spend another minute with you, I don't think that I could really survive. Or barely. I think it's really. Bat out of hell. Paradise by the dashboard lights. Yes. John Mayall, and you've heard me. Wait a minute. Wait, let's practice it. I taught them. I taught them. John Mayall. One of his quotes is, congratulations for being beautiful, something which you had absolutely nothing to do with. And I thought, well, there's a man, I guess maybe he's 40 at this point, maybe he's 45. I'm guessing, I don't know. I know he's certainly younger than I am. Boy, to me, hell, the pastor, excuse me, pastor. When I first met the pastor, I remember smiling at him when he told me his age. I go, you're a boy. What a fine man, my first impressions of him. But everything's relative, right? I'm 59. Yeah, congratulations for being beautiful. Something you had absolutely nothing to do with. Oh, dang it, I jumped over that. I leapfrogged that. It's in your genes, right? Oh, you're blonde, blue eyes. It's in your genes. Congratulations. Go grace a cover somewhere of a magazine. I want to go back to that marriage because I just finished one. I just emended one. Yes, it's a word. I taught them. That's a sweet victory. That dollar was sweet. And I finished someone's butchery. This is what I did. I finished someone's butchery and made it work. The damage is already done. And I did it in such a way that I caused no more harm to the host. I was working on what we call the hairspring. I want you to imagine one of your hairs from your head. Yep, one of them. Some of the hairsprings get that delicate. A little bit bigger, let's say, because it's more of a slat than a cylinder. When we say hairspring, it's shaped, its rungs or its arcs, its coils they're tall, they have width, they're slats. So it's like you would take you get my point. Well, they can get that small as one of the hairs on your head. What this piece does, this unit does, the hairspring, is it breathes, it oscillates. Spring. It expands and contracts. If you're doing hairspring work on a wristwatch and you are able to do it well, I shudder to think where your limits would be right now in the material world, in the business world. You would literally, it's close to literally, it's a banana. It's not an energy drink. I got one left and then I have to go out. You would be as close to you could charge whatever price you wanted. Because most of your clients are rich and they don't care. All they care about is, can you fix it? Well, I just manipulated a hairspring. Again, think of the size of one of your hairs on your head. Maybe bundle 5 together for the sake of argument. Okay, bundle 5 together. Now, I have very fine hair, so that would work. But if you were like of African American descent, it could get a little thicker each. Okay, so it's tiny. Think of a spider web, the silk. It's tiny. And I refashioned this whip, this coil of steel, and put it into its proper 3-dimensional shape so that it would work within the host. Because it's my belief, after looking at what I've looked at, this hairspring and balance wheel assembly introduced into the watch did not start in that watch. That is this watchmaker's opinion. There is no one within 1,000 miles of me right now. No one that can hold a candle to me. See, I'm in Washington, D.C. That would include Boston. 1,000 miles, easily. Congratulations on being a master watchmaker. Something I had absolutely nothing to do with. Do you see? It's like on those other vignettes when I talk about inspirational speakers and what snake oil salesmen they are. It was in my genes. That aptitude was already there. And it was given to me by God. I had absolutely nothing to do with it. My grandfather was a coal miner. I'm told he was a master cabinet maker. He freehanded it. And that, Jared, stop praying for me. And that stuff was square. He's freehanding it. Most of the cabinetry. This is what I'm told. This is how good he was. A Polish coal miner. And I've seen some of his work. He did it for me for my toys when I broke them. He would not only mend them, he would make them better. So maybe I got some of those attributes, genes passed down from Stanley, my grandfather, my idol, the Polish coal miner, who married a Slovak girl. That did not go over well. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, you're a kid. You hear things. And because you got that perfect recorder. You hear things. Yeah, he married down. He married a Slovak girl. Where did you hear that from, John? I'm like, you? It's so beautiful. But don't worry, when we get old and start kicking off and dying, then you can tell anything on anybody that you want. Hell, it doesn't even have to be the truth, I guess. So, I gotta believe I already have these attributes, these abilities in me. I've seen my brother's work. He has it too. And the writing ability, if he wishes to put pen to paper. I've seen it. And that comes from my mother's side. That boy can 3D print his butt off. I've never seen a guy learn so quickly. That boy's a 3D printing maven. So it's in us. It's just in us. I happen to be fortunate enough or blessed enough after running through my choices of what I want to be when I grow up, because I want to be a beer drinker and a pot smoker, that I've found myself, with not a lot of choices. And I'm a tradesman. And I bet I make more money an hour than you do. And I don't care who you are. Well, except my lawyer. Man, he pulls it down. It's like, something I had absolutely nothing to do with. I just obeyed the leadings of the Lord. Once I got out of the driver's seat and I let him lead my life, it went from human wreckage to an occasional swat on my ass when I needed it from a loving father. And I want to close with, because I've driveled on really long enough, I know, right? There's another Chinese expression. I've shared some of them with you here, and I've shared this one before. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So, you have heard, my Christian, I speak to the Christians now, my fellow Christians. You have heard. He comes as a thief in the night. I will for you. You need to be ready. You need to be ready. That's what's meant by you need to be ready. To seize the ring, to seize the opportunity. So you got to be open and willing to be teachable, to be taught by the God of your understanding. And if you can somehow manage to get your little ego out of the way for a day, for a weekend getaway. Here, take your ego. Here, I bought you a one-way trip ticket to Istanbul. Now just go. Just go. You can manage to get rid of your ego for just, a little while. That's one of the best ways to be ready for the student, for the teacher to appear.